record, and we are recording. Awesome. Okay, so we need this. We're focusing on the second pieces. If you don't actually have it, then pull it up on your computer. You're going to go into the team page files section. I'll show you guys where to find that really fast. Files of our team page. When you click the files, it's the first thing that comes up. It says TBB Business Activity Tracker. This is like the bread and butter of your business. You have to get consistent doing these things, even if you don't get consistent doing all of them at once. So pick a section to be really good at for a while, and until you get really good at that part, don't worry about other things. All of you guys are doing a pretty good job of being proof the product works. So posting and sharing that you're drinking your shake or your performance line or that you're doing your workout. Those are important things to be sharing. So that's the first one, is be proof the product works. Second one, connect, invite, and follow up. This says we're going to spend an hour and 40 minutes doing this. We're not doing that tonight. I'm going to basically cut these into short little snippets. We're just going to spend a few minutes doing each of those activities, and then we're going to move on. We're not going to do the post one, because if you haven't done a post today on your social media, then that's something you can plan to do tomorrow. But we're going to start with initiating connections and adding new followers. So best way that you can do this, stop screen share. Best way that you can do finding new followers is find some accounts, some big accounts, like mom accounts that you follow. It could be blog moms, could be like a huge weight loss account for like somebody random who's not related to Beachbody. It could be just like the kinds of clothing places that you would like to shop at. Like I recently discovered how awesome Lulus are. And so like Lululemon is now an official awesomeness. So look for a post from whatever page you decide to go follow. So spend like 30 seconds, go find a page. Lululemon is a good one. And what are other ones that I really like? Ren and Ivory, the clothing places that I like to shop at. If you like to shop at Dillard's, or if you like to shop or would like to shop in an ideal world, like pick a place that you would like to shop at. And what you're going to do is you're going to click on one of their posts. So like, for example, this one is a picture of this girl wearing a dress. And what you do is you're going to click on the comments of that post, because the comments are the people who are actually engaging with that following, and they're the people who are going to be more present on social media. So I'm going to set a timer and just go find one of those kinds of accounts. It could be a hashtag that you're following, could be an actual account that you're following followers of, but just spend 5 minutes, go find some new people. Does that make sense? Everybody good? If you have a question, ask now or forever hold your peace. No, it's okay. All right. I'm setting a 5-minute timer. So it's going to blare a fire alarm. It's not a real fire alarm. And we're going.
Hey, Janae, it's Kyria.
I muted myself because I had beeps happening back here. What's up?
I am going to head to bed. It's 11 o'clock here.
No, that's okay. I want you to sleep. I will record this. It'll be posted in the team page if you want to come back and look at it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Bye.
Katie's back. Katie, we're adding new people. So Katie, what I would suggest you do right now, since you've already kind of practiced adding new people, is take this picture that I'm going to send right now from when I took a picture of you, me, and Jen, and post that in your Instagram stories and try geotagging somewhere new. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Who's talking?
Me, sorry.
Okay. I'm like, I muted myself.
Me too, and I didn't hear like anything you just said, and I just seen your text of the
Oh,
picture
it's
of
okay.
us.
I just mentioned like you totally should just take that picture, put it in your stories, and try a new geotag. So tag somewhere way across the country or in the UK or Canada.
Okay.
Just somewhere totally random. And then just see what happens on your stories tomorrow.
Sounds good. Let's see. Okay, might sound stupid, but how do you add more than one story?
Like
Because
in
it
the
just added
Instagram
one,
story.
and I'm like, how can I add an extra one?
So when you're on Instagram, in
Okay,
your stories, come on, focus. What's
I got it.
There should be a little camera button when you're on the main page of Instagram, like this.
Mm-hmm.
That little camera allows you to add a new story anytime you want.
Okay, that's what I was like. I can't add, like, I see some people have like set, like yours say had like multiple, and I'm like, I can't figure out how to add more than just one.
Yeah, you have to be off of your page. If you're on your page and you try to add a new story, it doesn't let you.
Okay.
Well, I take that back. It does let you, but you have to click on the story. So if you're in this and then you click it, then come on. On the bottom, it'll show like your little stories viewers. And
Okay.
if you click the little viewer thing, it's in the corner down here. It says how many people have viewed your story. Click that. Then it pulls up this little thing in that blank spot right there. That lets you add to your stories.
Okay.
So I guess there are two ways. I just didn't realize it until now.
All right. Well, I will try to add that other thing to my stories now, so it can join my sweaty selfie.
That's awesome. That's a start. Okay. Oh my gosh, guys, the boob sweat is real. Okay, that is our timer. Super annoying, I know, but we're going to move on. Okay. So now we're going to move on to, I want you guys to add something to your Instagram stories if you have not already. If you have stuff in your stories already, that's fine. I always aim to share things in my daily life. I share my workout of some kind, like a video clip of me doing my workout, if possible. I share like a picture of my Supermom juice almost every single day. And I have so many people asking me like, what is that? What is that? What is that? And I try and share my Shakeology sometimes, but I share it in a way where I turn the cup so that you don't see what it says. Because if they just see another Shakeology cup, they're just going to be like, oh, that's just Shakeology. Like they might kind of have a preconceived idea in their head. But if you make them kind of ask questions, it leaves it open. So I don't share product names. I mean, I might talk about it in my stories, but I don't share pictures where it actually says the logos and things, because then it helps them kind of ask questions. What's a good story you guys could do tonight? Let's say, so go to your Instagram and click on the add a new story. And on the bottom, it should give you some swipe over options. Like one of them says type, one of them says music, live, normal. When you get there, just like give me a thumbs up. Okay, click on the type one. And I just want you to pick one. And then add that to your stories. And then you're going to go and do another one, and you're going to type something that says something like this. I struggle more with fitness versus nutrition. And then should look something like this. You can change the type and the way that it looks, but it should look something like that. Then you're going to click the sticker, the same one with the location that we talked about earlier. So like on here, you click stickers. Come on. I know that it will work if I just get it to go the right way. So you're going to click the poll. There should be an option down at the bottom that says poll. It might be kind of somewhere in the middle, but it should just give you the option. Oh my gosh, you guys, this drives me insane. It should give you a yes or no option that pulls up. Instead of leaving it as yes or no, you're going to type fitness, or you can just change the words and say working out. And then you could say food is my weakness, or whatever you want to say. But you're going to leave this in your stories, and it should look something like this. And then you're going to add that to your stories. Now, anybody who responds to that tonight, tomorrow, you've got 24 hours before the story disappears. Anybody who responds to that, you can then go in a message and say, hey, notice you said you struggle the most with fitness. Hey, I noticed you said you struggle the most with nutrition. Tell me about that. Like, just start a conversation. You don't have to, like, it's what I call, in my head, I kind of call it a soft invite, because I'm building the blocks for me to say I have a solution for you, but they're coming to me and saying I have a problem. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully you guys already did that. And if you're watching the recording, you can do that. Responding to new likes, comments, or views. So this is an easy way to make connections with people. Just to kind of give you an example, I kind of showed this already, but you can go in and you can say, sorry, I'm just looking back at my stories from today. You can go into your stories, and at the bottom, it shows you who's viewed your story. It should say anywhere from 2 people who viewed your story to, however many people it gets up to. My stories usually average about 200 and something to 300-400. I do not message every single one of those people every single day. Like, I do not do that because I don't have time. That's a waste of my time. And a lot of those people are just re-engaging on my stories because they're weird and they just like to watch all the time and they don't like to talk to me. And that's fine. Whatever. Like, that's their prerogative. I'm their TV show, I guess. But when you have people who are responding to your stories and they're following and they're messaging, or, they're responding to things like that, then what you can do is you can actually go in here and you can do a couple of different things. Like, I'm just going to say, let's see. Sometimes I've done ones where I talk about, okay. So like this one. And today on my stories, I asked people for the opinion. Should I go and should I post this song that I've been debating singing on and doing a video of? And people responded and just kind of said yes or do it. And so all of the people who voted, you click this little arrow in the corner and it will automatically pull up like a message thing that looks like this. Then what I can do is I can just message all of those people who responded to my poll or who responded to my story or just saw it. And I can just say something along the lines of, hey girl, thanks so much for your vote of encouragement today. How is your day going? Or how's your evening going? Whatever you want to say at the time that you're sending it. Basically what I'm doing is I'm engaging with the people who are already engaging with me. So you can do this by sending them a message. You can literally go down this list of people who are engaging on your stories, whether it's that they're watching your stories or they voted on something. You can go down that list like legit in a bazillion fast ways. But you just click copy, paste, copy, say, send, copy, paste, send, copy, paste, send. And when you do it on this screen, you can blast through. I can blast through those 200 messages of people responding to my stories or that are watching super fast. So that's just kind of like a trick for how to respond or to message people really easily if you want to. And then what it does is it also jogs their memory, because what it sends in the message is it sends them something like this in the message. It shows them the story they responded to and my message. So then if they forgot that they responded to something and I respond in that way, then it kind of jogs their memory. So that's just kind of a little hack that I do for responding to people really fast. So responding to new likes, comments, or views. Do you guys have people that you can go and respond to people, or do you want to just move on to invites?
I'm good. I don't know if anybody else is still here.
Nope, Tracy's just muted because her kids are in the middle of bedtime, so I don't know if she's right here or not. Okay, well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna go to inviting. And inviting, there's lots of ways to invite, but I mentioned, like, before I started recording, you can go to a post that you've done. But another really easy way to invite, and honestly one of my favorite ways to invite, is through Instagram stories. So as you start to build up more people watching your Instagram stories, you can start messaging those kinds of people. And what I do, because I have so many people who are kind of the same watchers, I just usually scroll to the very bottom and I look for anybody who looks new. Like their name doesn't kind of ring a bell or anything like that. And then I'll just click on their profile. Like, this girl looks new. Can't see her stuff. And apparently I've already messaged her and she hasn't seen it. Well, we're going to try following her back and see if she then can see it. Because sometimes Instagram is weird. And if you're not following each other, it doesn't show messages to the other person. But invites, I like to have a running list of people that I want to invite. And so you can do this by having like a Google spreadsheet that just says to invite for February. And it would just be anybody that you're connecting with right now that you're just messaging, like just everyday conversations, that you would like to invite to be part of the February bootcamp that we're going to start filling, in the next couple of weeks. And inviting them is not weird. Like, you kind of have to make yourself get over that idea that inviting is weird, because it's not weird. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. So I'm going to skip over this part, but for the recording's sake, because I know you guys already did invites. Well, Katie already did some invites, but you can go back to that same post that you were already looking at. Just a hack, you can screenshot where you're at on one of these posts. So like, if you leave off at Ashley so-and-so, you can screenshot it and then come back to it later if you don't finish the entire post. So just kind of a little time-saving hack. But I'm just going to do 5 minutes of invites, or you can follow up with people that you've invited in this time. And then after that, I think we're going to call it, and I'm going to head to bed because I didn't get very much sleep last night either. And I have no clue what my child is going to do tonight. She's got an ear infection, and it's hopefully going to get better soon. Okay. Setting the timer over here for 5 minutes. No, not that. Here we go. All right, the timer is going. If you have questions though, Katie, Tracy, let me know, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, so that was the end of our timer for a quick 5-minute invite blitz. But just to kind of give you an idea, I usually set a timer for like 30 minutes. Like that's just what I do because I have a lot of people that I'm messaging from one post if I'm doing a post or for my stories. But I would set a timer from anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. And you can do it half on Facebook or half on Instagram or just one day at a time on either one. But I would just message anyone and everyone who's seen a transformation post or a story about your workout or just some kind of a tie-in or like a coach breadcrumbing post, something along those lines. And like I said, the better you get at posting every single day about your journey, like just treat it like it's your everyday life journal. That's really the easiest description I could give you as far as posting goes. If you treat this like it's your journal and you just talk about your life as it is and how things are going, then you're going to attract an audience that's as real and authentic as you are. But before I get off, do you guys have any other questions like thus far for this kind of stuff, or does this kind of help? I'm hoping this helps.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything, you answered my question, so that's good.
Yeah, and as you have more questions, things like that, like please don't hesitate to ask. Like anybody watching the recording for this, you guys can ask any questions you have. The trick to doing this though is to not wait to try and do it right. Just do it, and you'll learn as you go. If you have people messaging you back in a negative way, just know that it happens to all of us. And the more people you message, the less negatives you get back, or the less they bother you, I guess is really the thing. Because you might have somebody reach out to you and say like, I'm not interested, but thanks. And they might like across the text, it might come across really like, I don't know, cold or whatever. But I always just try and give people the benefit of the doubt. Just like, I have no idea what happened in their day today. Maybe they had a really hard day in mom life. And I'm not going to, I'm not going to sit there and feel bad about myself because they had a negative response. Like that's on them. That's not on me. So just know, like, if you feel overwhelmed or if you feel like you're getting a negative response, like that doesn't say anything about you. That just says something about those kinds of people. You don't want those kinds of people in your life anyway. So let them go. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I try my best to just go through this checklist every single day. If it happens all at once, awesome. If it happens in pieces, that's fine too. But the trick is just showing up consistently 5 to 6 days a week. So like I block off Sundays. Sundays is my rest day. I don't do any work type stuff on Sundays unless it's answering questions for you guys. And that's pretty much it. But thank you for watching this. Hopefully this like helps you guys, and let's rock some goals this month and like help people.
Do you want to show them where to print that form from?
Oh, I actually did. Before you were able to pop on, I got that sorted out and I showed them where to find it and everything. So thanks for reminding me though. That was a good reminder.